doing something I don't like to do. I got my step ladder right there. I'm gonna trim some of these trees here above this little fireplace chimney because they're afraid it's gonna catch on fire, but it never would, no way. So anyway, you guys can watch me from afar. See you in a little bit. If you run out of juice, I guess you're done. Give me a little drink of my water.
All right, here we go. I decided I would do a little talkie while you guys are watching this. Turn on some tunes, maybe I'll just play my little thing here. Let's see here now. I'm getting my trimmer out of the back of my truck, getting her ready to go. There I go. I got her all stretched out pretty long today. I don't like using my ladder because it's a little dangerous and I'm getting a little older. I'll be 55 years old this year in May. But I'd rather be in my bucket truck. It's a lot safer. And I could have done a lot better job. I would have trimmed that tree up, made it look a lot better than I did today. But I'm going back. We got to go back to this job later. Those two big cedar trees behind me back there, they're getting out of control. I've trimmed those trees twice, but the last time I did it was 2 years ago. They've grown probably a couple feet bigger all the way around and about another foot taller or so. But yeah, I not there with my bucket truck because for one thing it's got a leak in the hose, but I didn't tell them that. But I've got that hose. After the day using that ladder, I came home and I took that hose off my truck. I thought it was going to be a real long one, but it actually only went down into the boom just a little bit on the inside of the boom there. And then I figured out there was only it was hooked together down in there. It was only like what is that thing? It was like uh, maybe 15, 20 inches long. So I'm gonna go get me a new hose tomorrow and get my bucket truck back together, and it'll be ready to go. I don't know if I'll get it back together or not though, because I'm taking you guys with me tomorrow to do the driveway. We're not gonna get started on that until after lunch. Me and my wife's got some things to do in the morning. What I'm doing right here is making my pole saw. I think I might have made it a little bit shorter to go on top of the house because I'm going to go on top of the house and cut some of the limbs back away that were hanging over the house, so I can. Man, I don't know. All of a sudden, I'm getting hot right now. I mean, I'm climbing the ladder. I took my ladder around back, and there was a spot there where I could put it up against the house. And then I climbed up on top of the house. You see me up there by the chimney. I'm standing up there by the chimney right now. And I'm not standing on the peak of a house because you never want to step on the peak of the house because sometimes there's not wood right there at the peak, and you can break the asphalt shingles if you stand on them on the peak. So you never want to stand on the very peak of a house. Just in case you guys didn't know that. I think I've cleaned these people's gutters before, but I'm not really a big person on cleaning gutters and stuff either. I don't like doing that too much either. But yeah, I had my pole saw up there, and I was what the deal is. They called me out there. I guess there's some kind of city codes where you got to have your tree limbs at least 10 feet away from the chimney, which if they're 3 or 4 feet away from the chimney, they're not going to catch on fire. That's ridiculous. I've seen a lot of people build a big fire in the woods underneath trees, and nothing happens. It's right, they're like directly underneath them, I'm gonna lay back here on the couch and talk to you guys and watch this video. They got Old Glory flying out there in the front, and it was a nice warm day in February. I think I'm not sure. I think March might be March 1st. Tomorrow might be March 1st. I don't know. I don't know. There's 29 days in this year or not. This ain't there some kind of leap thing or something? I don't know where my phone is. I'm trying to find my phone. I'm gonna check to see what tomorrow is, if I can find my calendar. Let's see here. I don't even know where I'm at. Am I still on top? I might be crawling down now back that house. No, I see my ladder up there. I'm still on top of the roof. I see my pole saw flying around. I'm up there behind that chimney, kind of hiding from you guys a little bit. I'm going to look up and see on the calendar here what tomorrow is. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, yeah. Tomorrow will be March 1st. Big old March 1st. Hope it comes in like, if it's nice tomorrow, that'll be coming in like a lamb. And then it's going to be bad weather or something at the end of March. We may get some bad weather, like some snow. Usually if it comes in like a lamb, it goes out like a lion. So we might have some bad weather in March. So you guys might want to think of that. Think about that. Don't get excited now. We got this nice weather right now, and you guys, the grass is starting to turn green. The trees are budding out, and everybody's getting excited because they think spring's here. But spring ain't here right yet. It's getting close, but it's not here yet. My mowing season runs from April Fool's Day to Halloween. That's my mowing season, and then anything before that and after that is I don't consider that mowing. It's just that's just property maintenance. My tree trimming and leaf cleanups and stuff like that. That's just property maintenance jobs. I don't consider that part of my season. I got a mowing season, and then I do trees and leaves, and trying to get into doing some rock driveways. I mean, tomorrow I got a driveway, and I got another driveway in Harrisonville I got to fix for a gal, and ain't sure what we're going to do about that yet. I think I'm going to maybe take out a little concrete. We'll see about that. I'm going to go up and look at it. It may not need taken out. I better go look at that again. Maybe after the water dries up. Might take my little water pump up there. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm picking up some of those limbs. When I was standing on top of the house, I cut all them limbs off. I like to cut a few limbs and then pick up a few limbs. And I don't like cutting them all down and then pick them all up at once. I like to pick them, keep up with the limb picking up a little bit. Kind of like if I had somebody, I could be kind of like having a groundsman. I gotta go up high and do my cutting, and then come back down and do my ground cutting I mean, my groundwork too. I got to keep up with myself on my groundwork. Takes a little longer that way, but I'm not in a big hurry like those tree cutting guys do. You know, they'll cut this job, and then they'll go do 2 or 3 other jobs that day probably. You know, I don't know what they're doing. They'd have to do that to keep all them guys paid good, unless they get a great big tree job. But I like to do just keep up with myself there. Do a little cutting up high and then come down. I do that in my bucket truck too. I'll cut a little bit and then I'll come down and do my groundwork. You know, sometimes I have a chipper there. Should have brought a chipper probably and ran that all through a chipper, but I'm just gonna run it through a chipper when I get it back to my house. Probably I might run that through my chipper in the morning actually, because I'll have a couple hours of free time and I don't want to have nothing to do. Kind of waiting on taking. Me and my wife's got a couple little errands to run tomorrow, but so yeah. Oh, I'm in a hurry. Gotta go. Keep up with that guy. No, I don't know why I ran up through there. I started to get in a big rush and start working fast, but then I thought, I'm working. I don't want to. That's why I'm doing this, so I don't have to rush and kill myself for everybody. It is what it is. So I made quite a few trips across that yard because, like I said earlier, I didn't have my bucket truck there because I didn't want to mess up their yard. It's a little bit, didn't want to get it all messed up. Those big old cedar trees back there, I'm bringing them down to about 8 feet tall. I'm going to really do a number on those. So I'm going to cut them down real short. But, yeah, this will end up being a pretty good pickup load of sticks. I'm going to get my ladder pulled around here in a little bit and do some more cutting. You'll see me go up high on the ladder today. I'm getting ready to go pretty high. So this would be a good time for some of you guys to hit the subscribe button if you want to, while you're waiting for me to get my ladder around here. I need some more subscribers. This is the slowest YouTube growing channel there ever was. This is like the slowest channel that was ever made on YouTube. And yeah. And YouTube wanting me to get more likes. They want me to get more likes and subscribers. You know, because they want you to do good. They want me to do good so they can do good. If I'm not doing good, it makes them look like they're not doing good. So, why don't you help us all out and hit that subscribe button and that like button. And you might even want to hit the bell so you can keep up with me. I'm building a big old fence at my house. I work on lawnmowers sometimes, and our trucks sometimes. I got 6 trucks I work on. And yeah, I just do a bunch of different little jobs. This is a Toro weed whacker that I bought from Home Depot is what I'm running right there. A Toro, I don't know what size it is. I'm not even sure they got any other Toros there. Home Depot's a Toro with a straight shaft that you can put the expanded attachments on it. I like the expanded tools. They're just homeowner quality, but I've got a Stihl that I bought last year, but it's just not quite as long. I brought this one because it's longer and it's got a better chain on it. The Stihl's chain on their pole saws have two little teeth. I'm not impressed with the steel pole saw, but I like the steel that I bought, the economy thing I bought, because I use it to trim bushes. It's wonderful for trimming bushes, but for trimming trees, this expanded pole saw is why I like this lighter. And I got an extra extension on it, so it's really long too. I got it really long, boys. I'm getting pretty high on it. I'm about halfway. Oop, I'm going pretty high on that ladder. I hope I don't fall off. Before I had my bucket truck, I was cutting on a hedge tree, and my ladder's cracked. Actually, I probably need to try to get some fiberglass and repair the part of it, because some of the fiberglass on one of the legs on the back side that holds the ladder up is splintered pretty bad, because I was cutting this log tree, about an 8-inch, big old 8-inch thick hedge tree, and it was probably 7 or 8 feet long, and I'm surprised it did not. It almost knocked me over on that ladder when it came down. I didn't eyeball it right, I guess, and about broke my ladder. I think I paid like $300 for that ladder, but I made a lot of money that ladder cutting trees. But that was a close call, and I learned my lesson on that, to be a lot more careful, because it only takes one time falling. I had a buddy that was an older gentleman, but he wasn't a whole lot older than me now. I'm catching up with him, but he passed away and everything. But he was cutting on a ladder, but he had a regular ladder hanging. He was up against a tree, and he cut the tree. He cut this big limb off and hit his ladder, and my thing's messing up a little bit. Oh, it's speeding up. His ladder came down. The limb came down and knocked his ladder out from underneath him, and he went down. Oh, it was horrible. He was in the hospital for a few weeks. Broke his pelvis. I don't think it broke. It might have broke one of his arms, but it messed him up. He never was the same after that. Couldn't walk hardly. He got a little bit better. He came over. He got a little bit better. He used to come over and help me work around my shop quite a bit and work on lawnmowers. And I'd go over there and work on his every now and then. But yeah, I could really use him right now. He would be a big help on my fence. But that was the good old days. It was pretty nice to have somebody around to help you out with that kind of stuff. I'll tell you what, it wears me out going up and down that ladder a lot. I try to not move it any more than I have to. I don't know if I ever showed my load of sticks. I got me a big old load of gravel coming tomorrow morning. You guys can see, you'll see that dumping on my next video. I got a big load of gravel coming. It's a crusher run, and it better be gray too, because that's what I ordered. If it ain't, I'm gonna tell them to take it back. I might have them dump it, but I won't ever buy again. I'll order it from somewhere else. No, it'll be gray. My dispatch lady told me it's gonna be gray, so it better be. So anyway, yeah, I went back up there. I think this is the part. No, this ain't the part. There's another part when I got my ladder turned around the other way, and I think you might see the gentleman that I'm working here for in his
I don't know if his wife ever gets in the picture or not, but he might get in it for a little bit. But I was getting packed up and everything, and she wanted one more limb cut off up there, which I was just going to come back and get it when the ground froze for my with my truck because it was pretty high. But I ended up getting it. I think I might be talking to him now. I don't know. I'm looking. I'm thinking the sun's in my eyes. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking. Oh, I hope my rock's the right color tomorrow. Anyway, we'll deal with that next video. This video here is getting close to the end. I'm going to turn this ladder around here in a little bit and cut another limb up there. That's pretty high. I'm going to go pretty high up on the ladder. I think I get up to almost like the third run. I don't like getting up past the third run. Then I kind of lean my legs up against the ladder. It helps me stay on there and run that big old long pole saw sticking out in front of me. Because I took the whole thing up there with it real long so I could cut. That's a 12-foot ladder. That ladder is 12 foot tall. Yeah, there's still a little bit more of this video, probably about 5 minutes or so. Maybe 3 minutes. Whoa. See that one there came down and hit my ladder a little bit. But yeah, I got a few rock jobs coming on, and I got another tree job that's going to be my truck. And I'm working on my truck, getting it fixed. I got that little hose off. I'll probably show putting that hose back on, and on my next video, truck get my delivery coming. That's my MS250. I really like them saws. It was the first time I started today. It usually takes about 2 or 3 pulls with the choke on, and then turn the choke halfway, and the next pull it'll start up. I'll see if I got some milk here in my cup because I'm getting a little bit thirsty. Oh, just a little bit. Oh yeah, ain't nothing better than good old cow's milk. I mow the yard right across the street from this house that I'm cutting the street on. And I got to talk to the man that lives in there too. Right before I was leaving, they came home and I told it's almost time, about another month. One more month and I'll see coming over. He's got a little bit of leaf cleanup to do. They got oak trees over there, big old oak tree, and these people's neighbor next door has a couple of pin oaks, and they have to deal with all them damn leaves. But yeah, he's got a few leaves to pick up over there at his house. My neighbor across the street from this one. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit tired. It's 10 o'clock at night. It's a little after 10. I'm down here still making my movie after I worked all day today. My wife made me a good steak dinner, though. I got the best wife in the world. I really do. I do not know what I'm doing here. I think I'm going to go cut a couple of limbs off up there. No, I don't know. Looks like I'm packing up. And then they come and tell me they want one more limb. His wife comes and tells me, I want another one of them limbs up there cut off. So That's where I'm going to go now. Now I'm going to go pretty high. You'll see the back view. There he is. He was getting a little. He was wanting to come over there and hold the ladder for me. He said, "Do you want me to come over and hold that ladder for you?" I said, "Nah, you're probably better off over there. I don't want nothing falling on you." I get pretty high on this one. There's a one limb up there his wife wanted to cut down. It cuts down, falls down kind of straight in front of me, but I did that on purpose. I kind of cut it until it was just now falling, and then it fell right where I wanted it actually, but he thought it was dangerous looking, but it really wasn't dangerous at all. See, I cut it down. I wanted it to do that. And then I cut a little off at a time. But I didn't want the whole thing coming down and falling to the ground and then bouncing over hitting my ladder. And my saw was actually too long. I had to come back down a little bit there. So, yeah. It's a pretty tense moment. When I was up that high, there we got it all. It's off there. All right. It's all good. All right, guys. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll let you hear the end of this, and we'll talk to you all later. There's a little bit on the end of this. You guys hear me talking, I think, but it ain't much. But anyway, thanks for watching my videos, and hit the like and subscribe buttons and share it to all of your buddies. All right. Well, I'm gonna pick up a few limbs here, and I'm gonna call it good. Talk to y'all later. Okay, I did a little bit more cutting. Amon wanted a little bit more taking off. We got her though. See you at the shop.